are Southwest Ohio's #1 cat podcast now.
Yeah, we have sex with cats on the podcast.
What?
I mean,
No.
just a podcast.
Whoa, Shane Dawson got canceled for making... No, that wasn't the thing he got canceled for.
Who's Shane Dawson?
He was a...
Is he the forward for the New York Knicks?
No. Maybe? He could be. I don't know. But no, he was a YouTube guy.
Okay.
You know him if you saw him. He was very annoying. I was never a fan of his. I don't remember anything about him. I just remember that he was a YouTube guy and then he got canceled.
Well, maybe...
I thought for making jokes about fucking his cat, but I think it may have actually been jokes about pedophilia and like wanting to fuck a 6-year-old.
Okay, so I was thinking of Shane Mouse, the psychedelic explorer. I did not know it was going to go into pedophilia this early in the episode.
Whoa.
Hey, we love all kinds of the fun stuff.
What?
Junkhead.
No.
Edit. No fun stuff.
Nope.
Bad
fun.
stuff. Bad stuff. That's the bad stuff. Nobody don't
in
do
the
that.
game. Yeah, we do not recommend it.
We'll pull our fucking guns out.
Yeah, don't do it.
That is something actually I
Don't
do
do it.
feel good about. So if you're doing that, we're gonna pull our guns out, and that's okay to say.
Yeah,
That's
I agree.
I cannot say I'm gonna pull my gun out.
I just don't get it, dude. Like this is something I've like thought like a little bit. It's like every time you see like, you know, yeah, he's like, 30 years old and he was like fucking a 14-year-old. I'm like, dude, I don't fucking know any 14-year-olds. Like, I wouldn't even know where to fucking meet one. Where do you fucking meet them? Aren't they like going to school and shit?
Oh, let me tell you
It's
a story.
so weird. But which is probably why it's usually like family members, which is fucked up.
Well, let me tell you a story of me being from small town America. I'm not gonna dox this person, even though I should. I think I've actually talked about them on the podcast before, but there was a gentleman who was at least 27, 28 years old who used to come by our high school.
Yikes.
And just hang out in the lobby when school was letting out.
Don't love that.
And he
Don't love
would
that at
date
all.
girls and stuff like that. And it was just like a total fucking thing. He was also a big 4-H camp guy.
Wow.
Shout out to Tim's podcast.
If you want to learn more about 4-H camp, and well, if you want to learn more about pedophilia, listen to TrueAnon, which is a great podcast about Jeffrey Epstein. If you want to know more about not that, if you would want to know more about camp, you should listen to Cap and Fervor, which is my new podcast about summer camp.
Do I get credit for a pretty seamless plug there?
Yeah, that was excellent. That was killer.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, no,
We're a professional podcast.
Yeah, we are. I love that. Just because it's like their whole thing is like following like the Epstein stuff. What was it? Brace from TrueAnon says they're the only podcast he can guarantee is a pedophile-free podcast.
Shout out to TrueAnon Pod. I've been tagging you in Junkhead stuff because I like your work and I want to steal some of your fans. Thanks.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm not trying to start a war, but, we've got...
I ain't trying to start a riot.
I got stuff to do here.
You got stuff to do.
Yeah, I got stuff to pay for.
Damn. Oh, yeah, I forgot. We're taping this.
Yeah.
Wow. Damn, dude.
Dude,
what is the perfect crime in your opinion as a criminal?
I am not talking about that live on air.
Edit in the game.
I just go in like, well, see, what you do is...
No, I was thinking like something creative, like a Rube Goldberg machine type crime situation. I'm like stealing an ice cream cone from a man, and then I don't know, I don't know, like just something ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean,
ice cream cones, silly.
It's a tough thing to say. What about? I mean, I've always been a really big fan of the, I'm probably mispronouncing his name, but the El Moyer, the art forger of the latter half of the 20th century.
Legend. Shout out to the god.
Yeah. I do appreciate...
Screwed rich people over. Shout out to the god.
Yeah. I do appreciate something like that. And I do think they're... obviously it's not coming up with an original, but there is like a skill and like the ability that he had in imitation.
Yeah.
And
there
well,
totally is.
And like to get like kind of sneak dissy,
Yeah.
for some reason we're okay when like mega pop stars do it, but when he does it, it's like art forgery. So it's just like,
Damn.
I don't know.
When they steal chords from old blues songs.
yeah.
That's fine, but when he forges a multi-million-dollar piece of art, that's wrong and fraud.
Yeah.
And illegal. Wow. What a world we live in.
It makes you.
Yeah, it makes you go,
It makes you go, That's the Junkhead signature. It makes you go,
Right.
After
It's totally the same thing.
it is the same thing.
It's the same shit.
It's the same. We'll look down the barrel and say it.
Same shit.
I saw
Different day.
same
Shit.
Different
day.
Nice, dude.
Dude, that's a good bit.
Yeah. All right. Hell yeah.
I don't even know what that bit
Dude, we
is.
can steal the Jeff Ross and David Tell thing of bumping bikes.
Just roast masters.
Yeah.
Dude, we're not qualified. We're not qualified to be David Tell and Jeff Ross yet.
No, that's fair. Shout out to honestly, like
Two of
Jeff
the
Ross.
greatest roast comedians of all time.
Oh, dude, Jeff Ross is a fucking god, and like, shout out to Dave Attell. One is a great, roast comedian, but two, like, I know people who worked at comedy clubs.
Oh, yeah.
And he was such a good improvisational comedian that he would write a bit on Friday, and by Sunday he's changed the wording of the bit and added 2 or 3 tags to it because
He's a pro.
Oh, dude,
That's
constant-
professional, baby.
Oh, he's a bad motherfucker on stage.
Yeah, no, that's a man who knows his craft very, very well.
And let's be mad real. His show was fucking cool.
Which
Like,
one?
The what was
Insomniacs?
Yeah, Insomniac with David Tell.
What was it? It was just stand-up, right?
Just stand up and then him going and having adventures in every town.
Yeah.
So you got to see all of these different cities in the United States. He did one in Columbus.
I feel like I was introduced to a lot of people through when I think back on like people at like how I was introduced to comedy. It was mostly through Comedy Central, and it was through like Premium Blend. Comedy Central presents like 30-minute specials, and probably David Tell's Insomniacs. Yeah.
Yeah. Tough Crowd with Colin Quinn
Tough
too.
Crowd with Colin Quinn was fucking phenomenal. Who was
Yeah.
his second on that show?
Well, it was like rotating guests, but
it was.
Patrice was like on there all the fucking
okay.
time.
No, what show was second? What show was Colin Quinn a second on? Was he on Opie and Ant? No, he was just a regular guest on that.
Yeah, that was
I can't
Jim
remember
Norton.
there was a show that Colin Quinn was like the host of, or like the second. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah, kind of like remember Jimmy Kimmel on When Ben Stein's Money was kind of like the co-host.
yeah.
I feel like Colin Quinn used to
Is
have
it Lewis Black show?
Could have been.
Could have been.
I don't know.
Shout
But Colin,
out to all these like 90s and 2000s.
yeah, all these gods.
All these gods. Dude, you want to know something fucking awesome?
What?
Cuss Auditorium. When I was like 14 or 15 years old, I'm starting to get in like, and when I and when I say starting to get, I mean I'm like listening to them every night when I fall asleep. I've downloaded. This is the age of torrents, so I've downloaded and shit. Like
You've just ruined your family's computer.
yeah.
Getting comedy.
Dog,
Hell
I
yeah.
downloaded a torrent off of like the Pirate Bay back in the day that didn't even have names attached to it. It just said stand-up comedy, and it was like 8 gigs of shit.
Oh, that rocks.
And it was everybody, all these hours, like all of Carlin's shit, all Louis C.K. live in like Houston back in the day before he was a creep. Sorry, everybody.
Yeah. No, I mean
It was 2005. It was a different time.
he was a. Yeah, I mean, he was a deeply influential comedian. That's why what he did was so disappointing.
Big facts.
I mean, like, that's really what it comes down to. Like, that's what sucks about it. Like, I'm not going to sit here and retroactively act like I never found anything the dude ever said funny. Like,
True.
that's not the point. The
Yeah.
point isn't whether or not he's funny. The point is whether or not, what he did was okay.
Yeah, no, I obviously don't think what he did was okay.
Right.
But I mean, it was just this massive amount of
Oh, yeah.
comedians, and I became obsessed. And Colin Quinn, Greg Giraldo,
Oh, rest in peace.
yup, and Wendy Lieberling, who was a comedian and a Saturday Night Live writer. She's an excellent comedian who used to write these like, brilliant tags and
Shouts
shit.
out to the god, absolutely.
They
the
came
goddess.
to my hometown and did a performance at our like local auditorium.
Yo.
And my grandparents were on like the like
patrons list or whatever.
Yeah. So I got to see literally Colin Quinn pretty much in the prime of his fucking career.
Yo.
Greg Giraldo in the prime of his fucking career. And Wendy Lieberling in like the prime of her career too.
Oh yeah.
And I mean,
oh man, Greg is such a fucking tragedy.
Dude,
what a shame. What a goddamn shame losing that man was.
That was seriously one of the funniest motherfuckers of all time.
Oh my god. And he got pigeonholed as a roast guy, which he was phenomenal at. I mean, nobody is doubting the guy was an absolute king.
His roast of Larry the Cable Guy.
Oh, so good. So fucking good.
You have driven me fucking crazy. How the fuck are you so famous? Like, he went ballistic.
So good.
Well, yeah, and like that was an era of like when like I don't want to be that guy, but that was like an era of like when comedy like had that subsection of like Giraldo, Lewis Black, and people like that who like were funny,
yeah,
but also spewing real shit in their acts. And like,
you ever see the movie Jacob's Ladder, the horror movie with Tim Robbins, where the guy comes back from Vietnam and is having like hallucinations and shit?
No.
There's a very, very brief cameo by a very young Lewis Black as a doctor in this horror movie. And it's awesome.
That's lovely.
Like a blink and you miss it. Not cameo. I mean, he was a young guy. It was in 1990. But as a young actor, just blink and you'll miss it.
That's brilliant.
Another one that rocks, if you watch the Blues Brothers, the scene where they go to the restaurant because the trumpet player is the maitre d' at the restaurant and they need to get him back in their band.
Uh-huh.
The waiter is Pee Wee Herman. Go back and watch that movie, and you're gonna be like, "Holy shit, that's Pee Wee Herman!"
Oh my fucking god, I'm kind of mind blown by that one too.
Yeah, weird, right?
Brilliant.
A movie you've seen a million times, right?
Yeah, no, that's fucking amazing.
One of the classics, one of the all-time greats, Stone Cold.
Rest in peace to that cocaine-loving asshole John Belushi.
Oh, Belushi's one of my favorites, man. Yeah, all my heroes are dead, and I'm not sure how I'm supposed to feel about that.
He was too good, man.
They all fucking were. Him, Farley, all those guys, man. Ralphie May.
Dude, I remember being like 12 years old and seeing Animal House for the first time and just being blown the fuck away.
That movie is legendary. I have the soundtrack on vinyl.
Oh, it's brilliant.
And I listen to it sometimes. It's so good, dude. It's got bits on it, and then it's got all the songs in the movie, including like the original stuff they did like with Otis Day and the Knights, which is like, obviously a fake band they made for the movie. Their version of Shout is one of the classic party songs of all time. You ever put Shout on at a party, man? The Animal House version of Shout?
No, but I want to.
Oh, dude. Everybody goes. It's so fun, dude. I've done it.
I love it. I want to be at a party and that happens.
Yeah,
you have to make this happen for me, dude.
Yeah, once the Roni's over, brother.
I am entrusting you. This will be
when we get our little house in the future.
Yeah.
When we get our older man house.
Dude, we should get a house and then try to secede from the United States.
Cool.
And start Junkhead Nation here.
Whoa. We are proud liberals who do not support seditionists on this podcast.
Yeah, you're right.
You remember that for that whole
You know what?
week?
Actually,
for that whole week when
for the
liberals
record,
were calling all those the guy who tased his balls and all that, there were these seditionists, and they're just the people just in the fucking Congress, boy, I tell you what. I don't know. To me, seditionist, I think a badass spy or some double agent politician, not the QAnon god with his fucking horns.
Well, and I love that they got all the way there, and for as much shit as they talk about millennial culture, all they really seemed to want to do once they got there was take selfies and then peace the fuck out.
Yeah.
I've never seen those people fucking suck. Those people, fuck those people.
Yeah,
fuck
agree.
those people.
Agree, dude.
I will go on record with that. Junkhead doesn't really get too political, but fuck those people.
Yeah. Fuck them, dude. They do suck, but also the dumbest people in the world.
Yeah.
And I just seditionist sounds way too cool for them.
Yeah, no, they don't get that cool of a term.
Yeah, no. Man, did that one guy really tase his balls until he died, or was that fake?
If it's fake news, I kind of still want to promote it.
Yeah, I still want them to think that that's what happened.
Yeah.
You think it's funny?
It's wartime stories where it's better that the population knows this so that they don't know what really happened. It'll fuck them up. They gotta know that.
Do you think the Capitol Police killed more than one person and they just swept it? I don't know why we're talking about this, but I want
will answer this and then we'll make some funnies.
Yes.
I think that.
I don't even know if that's a real conspiracy theory or one I just made up.
It's a legitimate question that I think.
Yeah.
And I think that there's probably more than what they let on happened in that situation, because one thing that I don't think anybody really thought of when this happened is yeah, they kicked those people out of they got them out of the Capitol building.
Yeah.
But they then had to go into the city and find their cars where there's not cameras around. So God only knows what the fuck happened when the police caught up with them a block later. And it would not surprise me because police nowadays are very worried about optics and what they look like on camera.
Yeah.
And shit like that.
They're not as worried about it as they maybe should be.
True.
As we're all learning during this trial right now.
Yeah. So I'll put it to you like this. It wouldn't surprise me if they, let it disperse a little bit, and then if those people were causing issues in other parts of the city, they started cracking the fuck down on people.
Oh yeah.
Because here's the brutal honest part about it. You got cucked. You got fucked hard in that situation. From a military strategy standpoint.
Oh, yeah. A bunch of bumpkin morons just fucking found their way all the way into the Capitol and stormed it.
You completely failed on every security objective that you ever had. There's never been such a catastrophic failure as that
People
one.
politicians really actually could have died. And it's not so much that I give a fuck about the lives of individual politicians as I do that yeah, you kind of live in that feeling where you're just yeah, this kind of feels like a failed state.
Yeah.
If you can just walk in and shoot people in the head, if you can just mob yourself in and actually kill people in charge, that's a failed state.
Somewhere John Wilkes Booth is turning in his grave for how much work he had to put in to do the one to Kennedy, dog. I could have just drove up to the White House. The fuck?
Damn.
Did
you just say John Wilkes Booth killed Kennedy?
Yeah, I did. Fuck. Lee Harvey Oswald.
Yeah. He had to go into the Marines and learn to shoot and shit.
Yeah. Lee Harvey Oswald. My bad. We were talking about Lincoln earlier.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, but him too, because John Wilkes Booth had to put some there was some guile and creativity in the way that he kind of
absolutely,
he planned it out a little bit.
Oh yeah.
I guess I could just show up somewhere with, And like I remember watching video of them like getting flanked, and it's like you guys are like they're using like basic military maneuvers on you, and you guys are getting your asses kicked at the one thing you are trained to do, which is respond.
And
to
by the way,
tactics.
the one thing that we have a fucking 60% of our federal budget goes towards, and it is the reason all these people say we can't have like healthcare and good education because we need this strong military. And then it's just like, cool, I guess dumb moron QAnon asshole can just walk into the fucking Congress.
They didn't. Well, I don't want to say, but for the most part, it didn't seem like they had guns. So, it's amazing that catastrophic failure. Now, shout out. I will say this about the whole situation. I do think the look of the horns with the fur and everything. If we went back to that, I wouldn't be opposed to it because it would be kind of cool.
That's true.
Like that kind of does feel like a pretty solid look. I'm very angry that he took that because, it is probably just Native American culture that this weird white dude is wearing. Like,
100%.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, but boy, did we find out that is a solid look, and it does photograph well for those pictures. Like,
Oh yeah.
like seeing that in like the Senate chamber, you're like, okay.
Oh yeah.
I hate to be like, do stuff for the podcast, but can you do whippets for the podcast and say stuff into the microphone?
Oh yeah, 100%.
All right, we're gonna coach you on stuff to say in the mic.
Oh yeah.
Then we're gonna finish this podcast and go and get food.
Sounds great. All right, what do you want me to say?
Let's go with Junkhead Pod. We're gay.
No, I'm not gonna say that.
Fair.
Nice try.
Every time he catches me. They catch me. Excuse me.
Damn. No, I use he too. It's all good.
Yeah. All right. Pound that hole is the goal.
Pound that hole. It's the goal.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, baby.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. You want to load up another one?
Yeah, can you say, do you like that big beef stick, baby?
Do you like that big beef stick?
Have I told you the origin of that?
Oh yeah. You said it was from an actual porn, right?
Yeah.
Oh, this is all picking up on the mic that's next to my cock right now. Probably.
Yeah, it actually, I think we're,
Nice.
yeah.
Nice.
Here we go.
Not as nice as my big beef stick, baby. Oh yeah, I got a huge old beef stick for you. Right here.
That's so cool, dude. That is so cool.
So I don't know that. Again, I don't know that
Everybody,
cool is the word I would use, but
What are you talking about? You're talking about your cool penis.
my own cool penis.
Yeah. You're quoting a strong black man.
I'm a grown man doing whippets on a Saturday night. And that's okay.
Yeah, no, we're fucking the coolest people that have ever lived. Everybody else can go fuck themselves.
Yeah, we're so fucking cool, dude. It's gonna rock when we have our own house.
Dude, it's gonna rock when we have our own mansion and we get to fuck broads every night.
Yeah, baby.
We get to suck their tits. And we get to suck dicks and suck tits.
Suck dicks and suck tits, baby.
We're the suck boys.
The suck boys.
Dude, I had like a really dumb idea of like doing a sketch where like we're like MTV style like presenters of a show, and it's just like, yo, what up? I'm Terry, and that's Rick, and we're the Butthole Bandits. And then like it zooms out and like basically like it might even have we might even have like another
We're the
person
Butthole
with it
Bandits.
and like you play the director and it's just basically or maybe you play the actor.
No, I'm down. I'm down to be the director. I just need to. What is it? What's my direction?
Well, you basically like we do like the Butthole Bandits line and then like it just kind of zooms out. Cut. Man, you know what? I'm not doing a scene like this. This is fucked up. Butthole Bandits? Like, I mean, I know you guys made changes in the writing room last night, but are you fucking kidding me?
Harry, please.
We're not. This
Listen.
is fucked up.
Listen.
Okay.
Listen.
Do you think the network will go for this?
No, you know what? Not only is the network going for it, the network's recommending the change. You're a cute little boy with a cute baby butthole. Listen. We'll throw 1.5 on top of your current contract.
I better get fucking syndication points.
You're getting your fucking syndication. Oh my god! All we're gonna get is fucking syndication rights.
Well, I have to. I have a wife that demands a 2-week vacation to Hawaii every year. That money doesn't come out of my ass.
You know what? From what I understand, it doesn't come out of her ass either.
Well, that's true. But yeah, that's basically like the scene. It's just like little, and then like I would want to do it where it's like recurring, where like it's like different ones, where it's like, yeah, I'm not playing in a scene called The Rape Boys. This is fucked up.
Oh no!
And we can even bleep like the rape.
Yeah.
like have it bleeped in the scene even when we break.
Jesus Christ!
I'm not doing. I know my name's Harry Slime, but don't you think a point is a point? You think it's gonna be good optics?
Listen. I love the idea of yelling at you to listen, even when you're being totally quiet. I'm just like you're like I'm like listen. All right, 20%, 20%,
30.
25%, and syndication.
27, and I sleep with your wife.
All right. Oh, the man wants to fuck my wife.
Yeah, mine gets crazy.
Damn, dude. Oh man, I was watching Sopranos today, man. I'm in the first season of it. I'm watching it with my mom's. It's been a trip, dude. I forget that he learned from an elder care book to like let old people feel like they're in charge, and that's the reason they made Junior boss.
Yeah.
He learned how to be a better mobster from the elder care book.
Dude, that's what I love about that show is like it's a serious show, but then there's just things in it that are just so funny. Like,
yeah, it's a serious show, I guess, but there are just things in it that are so entertaining.
I'll put dramedy.
It's a great dramedy. A lot of it. The best dramas have great comedic moments in them.
True.
Carmela.
In The Godfather, they have sex with that dead horse.
I don't think that's how that happened.
Oh, my bad. Sorry, guys. I
forgot.
I misremembered.
You're like Pacino just comes out there like, I'm gonna have sex with a dead horse.
I saw it, and I looked at it,
and it had a fat ass.
Yeah.
Just straight out of Heat. Just wait.
I made its tail into a braid, and then I fucked its ass.
Jesus Christ.
Man, just all that like cutting room floor Al Pacino fucking a horse material.
just him going to town on a fucking horse.
Dude, it'd be so great to like walk up to Francis Ford Coppola and just pretend that's real. Just be like, bro, the way he fucked that horse, dude. Like, Al, he's crazy. Am I right?
Francis is like catatonic at this point. Just like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm going to go make wine in my vineyard.
I love how Francis Ford Coppola has an Orson Welles quality.
I don't know why.
I love it.
Quality. Let me tell you something. I'm Orson Welles. here to have gay sex.
F for
Oh no! Bleep in the game.
I will